Yeah, so it's been a minute, man. So jumping right back into it. You know what I'm talking about. Sorry for the wait, but this right here is called white privilege. Now, the thing about it, it does exist. Racism still happens, but it's a little piece of this that a lot of people missing. So I'm gonna try to bridge that gap. One of the things that I'm gonna bridge that gap on is this: the reason that white privilege is mostly, I ain't gonna say mostly, that I say still have that percentage, that leeway over us, is because it's information they have that we just don't have. It's information they were taught that we wasn't taught. You know what I'm saying? And it's things that they do that we're not doing. Period. Like one of them, black household versus white household. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time and commonly, black household, once you get 18, my job is over. Period. My job is over. You graduate high school, I'm done. The rest is up to you. You got your life. You know, that's it. White household, hey dude, college. Gotta get to college. Prepare. Grab the 401ks, their savings. They're already putting away for it. They already know. You know what I'm saying? They ball their kids out. What you want to study? Boom. Pay for. Now, black, we got to try to get student loans. We got to try to get scholarships. We got to try to get a lot of different stuff. I understand. Every family is not able to just ball out on your kid and make sure that they get that college education. But the problem is the mentality that we have is that we stop after high school. After high school is it. Now, not only is that a problem, but it's also a problem for the people that have the information. The blacks that actually have the information and can bridge that gap just a little bit better is they don't give it back. Hey man, this is the tools you need. Put this with that, with this, you good. You good, you in there. Yeah, you still might have to compete with a lot of different people, might have to be a little bit more aggressive, but at least you are ahead of where you was at first, because where we are now, we're still behind. You know what I mean? That mentality of just go to high school and I'm done with you, you know what I'm saying? Still behind. Go to college, get yourself an at least associates. That way you got a little bit of an edge against someone else who got a bachelor's. You still got an edge. And hopefully your work history and your heart, your grind, your willpower and everything else are overthrow. But if you want to go get back, if you want to be to a certain level of this, say, salary, and they say you need your master's or your bachelor's, say your bachelor's, not your master's, you only got one more year to do. You're that close away from it. Now that's your half. That's the part that you're supposed to play. You know what I'm saying? It's advantages they have created that their parents created for them, and they're going to create for their kids. Same difference. One parent told the kid, hey, just go ahead, get your high school diploma, you get hired at McDonald's or whatever like that. That's what they did. Came a manager at McDonald's. Get money and probably went to something else, but then you got another one. Boom. Hey, I want you to do this. I want you to go to school, graduate, whatever, just get you a nice paying job, work real hard, get promoted, whatever. Yeah, it happens. But what happens also is you reach a salary cap where there is no more development. A person who has a bunch of street smarts but no school, you can go far, but you after a while, salary cap. A person with a bunch of school with limited street knowledge, yeah, you're gonna go real far, but you might die in these streets. So that means you need a mixture of both. And this is not about street, it's just white privilege. If you want that privilege to stop, I hate to say it, you're gonna have to change your mentality. You're gonna have to get to a place to where you bridge that gap. You're gonna have to understand you gotta bridge that gap. You're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? Like they say, why wear what they wear? I hate to tell you, man, we bring something different to the table. Understand how to pop, understand your pizzazz, understand, as they say now, your swag. You don't have to, you may look a certain way, but still be you. Just bridge that gap over. Understand that information. Find you a lawyer, find you an accountant, find what you good at, man, and aim for that. Bridge that gap. Go to school if you must. If you want to be a doctor, go to school. Find programs that help you get that competitive edge over everyone else. Because, yeah, again, they may have it. They may have these connections. But You got to still set yourself apart. While you have your connection, while you got all your stuff, I still got the same amount of stuff because I was taught this. If we really want white privilege to come down off the pedestal it's been on, we're gonna have to do what it needs to be done, and we're gonna have to close that gap. We're gonna have to teach our kids differently. We're gonna have to start acting differently. We're gonna have to read different books. Yeah, reading is good, but what is reading if it's just a recreational act? It's knowledge out here, but the only thing you're reading is for recreation. You know what I'm saying? There's books that'll teach you how to manage your bank account and make your bank work for you instead of you working for your bank. But what can you do if you're still reading, True to the Game 1, 2, and 3? What have you learned? Yeah, it's a good thing. Nothing against Terry Woods. I've read most of their books too, but at the same time, I know 48 Laws of Power. I know the 50th Law. You know what I'm saying? I know. I've read The Alchemist on how to change your perception, how to get ahead of the subject, bridging a gap, because their gaps are real big, and the gaps that we have are even bigger. You know what I'm saying? The gaps that they try to overcome, they're gonna connect with this person and that person. Hey, they're gonna call a lawyer. I need woo, and it's done. We, on the other hand, we still gotta ask somebody if they know a lawyer. We gotta look for lawyers. They have a lawyer on speed dial. If we trying to get a business, we gotta find an accountant. They have an accountant on speed dial. Best believe it. Believe you me. They have one. If they going to school, best believe Pops found a career and worked in that career, rain, sleet, or snow, to put his kid through college. Back in the day, we used to do that. Railroad job, rain, sleet, or snow, we do it. Make sure the kid goes to college. That way he can provide bigger and do bigger things for the namesake of the family. Put us all on the board. My sweat, my blood, my tears helped the family out. But somewhere, somehow, it got watered down to just go to high school. And some just give up. Some just, hey, I understand. Some kid you just can't push. They got to want it for themselves. And sometimes you got to drop it like a drug addict. You got to just, hey, I can't help you. I've done all I can. And then other times, you got to sit there and you got to really push your kid. You got to find out what motivates him or her and push it. Some just gonna do it. Some are like a airplane. Like a helicopter. They just take right off. Airplane, enough of the speed, they just up in the air. And then you got some for that train. They just move a little slower. But once they hit that maximum potential, they're running right through. This is me. Have a good one.